Hello and welcome to Confidently Wrong, a show by regular dudes talking with confidence about content we have no right to speak about with any kind of authority, but do it anyway. I'm Wesley Nakamura, and as always, I'm joined by award-winning director Brian Redondo and Savon Jones, aka Captain Bonnie. This is episode 162, and we deliver our first in-person pod. That's right, all three of us were in the same room at the same time, sending noises to each other. I'm confident that it's going to be the best show you've ever listened to, and well, hey, if it's not, you can always ask us for a refund.
Incredible! Lil Wayne is the best rapper alive for a variety of reasons.
What?
If you want to judge it from a commercial standpoint, he's done it. He's sold records. He's broken records. He's just in terms of the mass appeal of his music, he's done it. If you want to talk culturally,
I think you just like him because he's a hometown boy.
No, I think it's bigger than that.
Bigger? Okay.
I think it's bigger than that. A lot of the mixtape game in the hip hop game, especially in like that 15 years ago, like 2000s era, was from people like Wayne who would just put out free mixtapes online, rapping over other folks' beats and making his version better than the actual known version. Featured on every...
I'll co-sign that.
Was on features across the board for every genre. You can put him on any kind of beat with any artist and he's going to do his thing. Started to fall off later, but he's been rapping since he was a teenager. Like, that's just what happens when you be around for a long time.
And you're rich.
He needs more motivation. I think usually that's the issue when rappers fall off as they age. There's like... Not a lot
your life is comfier at that point.
But he's literally, in terms of
Rich
a rapper,
raps.
he has done everything. And now if he features on a track, sometimes he'll give a bullshit verse, but he can still turn it up when he wants to. So it's good to know, hey, he can do it. It's just what's gonna push him to.
He's still got that club in his bag.
Yeah, he can still do it. You just gotta get him to care.
But I was asking you to throw some bars, and you just gave me like a thesis on why Lil Wayne is the best rapper.
Yeah, but I just thought you needed to test the sound with words and shit.
No, I want to hear you go like
From another rapper?
so anybody. Go ahead.
Or from another rapper?
What's your
Metro Boomin.
What's your favorite like two-line rap verse? Are you a lyric person? Like, do you memorize
No, yes, I'm a lyric person. There's just so
like,
many. Yes, there's
you
so
memorize
many.
lyrics and stuff.
Yes,
I do not. Like,
No.
I listen to the lyrics, but I can't for the life of me remember.
Never.
I can't recall it on the spot like I'm
Cannot.
asking you to do right now.
Oh,
Is that crazy?
That's
crazy.
wild. Yeah,
but
I
if the
listen
song
to-
is playing, I'll be able to like.
You could do it with the beat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
No, I can't. I just have to mumble and make up the words.
No,
I could listen to a song 1,000 times and I won't know the words.
Okay, it's a fabulous verse on a Wayne song.
Fabulous. You're gonna quote Fabulous? Oh
Yeah.
my
Don't
God.
spell his name.
F-A-B-O.
Yeah, don't spell his name.
He's not gonna. What? Shut the fuck up.
He's all right. He's all right.
I'm with 101 niggas. We Dalmatian doggy deep and fly with the tongue. So if you feeling froggy leap, Kermit, you better think before you rib it. Don't get murdered over your song before you ad lib it. I pop up like your crib. I'm exhibit. I pop up like a crib like exhibit, but it's not to fit no fucking fish tanks in your Civics. Fuck getting your ride, pimp. You'll get hog-tied, wimp. Have you in the trunk curled up like fried shrimp. What he said after that?
That's legit.
That's pretty good.
I actually don't know that verse. That's legit. Especially from Fabulous. I'm impressed.
He has a whole sequence
Wow.
with like he has a whole Wayne's Brothers verse sequence he does that's like, and I'ma get you, sucker. I be scheming with this Keenan, aiming with this Damon. I'm putting that major pain in. My lil man is on you, Marlon and Shania. Later beef with his noodle, make some noodle lasagna. 40 cal fettuccine, trade pound pasta. You reach for this medallion, you must like Italian, nigga.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
No, that's one of his best verses. I love
Okay.
that verse on this song. Oh man, he has a what do you say? He has a lot of
Okay.
them.
I don't know his catalog.
He had a line about a blimp. It's been a good year. Maybe I should ride a blimp. Yeah, that was,
That was good.
Oh man. Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, never mind. I was gonna bring up Kanye West. Let's not.
Let's
No,
not.
it depends on what we're talking about.
Let's not.
I don't mind
want to.
talking about his music.
I don't want to.
What happened with his music?
I was just gonna say that me and Wes were talking about his music the other day.
Oh.
That's it. Yeah.
His recent music?
No,
That shit is
in
ass.
general.
His older stuff. His older stuff.
Oh man, his older stuff is some of the greatest music ever made.
Thank you.
I would firmly argue, I still will happily die on the hill that I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably just
it's incredible.
Across music period, one of the greatest albums of like all time.
It's
I don't
incredible.
think that's
I don't think that's controversial.
I don't think that's a
Yeah.
ridiculous statement to make. I think it's no skippables, top to down. It's influential. It's a bunch of genres. It's ambitious. It had that crazy dope music video movie with
the
it.
cinematic videos. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
look, we can admit that Kanye fucking lost his mind and his music fell off.
Very much.
And also admit that, like, yo, this was some fucking heat. Like,
Yeah.
the quality of your art is not 100% tied to me liking you or not.
It's
Like,
undeniable.
like, yo, man,
that
like,
album.
we could
Is
say
it,
he tripping.
is it uncancelable? That was the discussion we were having.
Not if it didn't. I mean, I think it depends.
Well, that was one conversation we had.
Right.
The other conversation was whether or not Kanye was a good rapper.
Oh, I don't think he's a good rapper.
I don't
You know what I
think
mean?
that's a ridiculous statement
Like
to
he's
make.
good, just not. I
But
don't
he's
think
good.
Like, I don't
but
think he's great.
he's got raps.
Yeah, but I don't
Right?
think he's great.
Kanye is a good rapper, but his lyrics, like, despite being clever and him like clearly putting in effort, he's like, that's not what makes him good. Or that's not his main selling point.
I feel like his
Yeah,
lines
yeah.
don't like speak to you, right? Like they don't like make you be like, damn.
Honestly,
Sometimes
I
they
think,
do.
Sometimes?
I think that's
Yeah.
what he's good at. I don't think he's super lyrical. I don't think he's super lyrical in terms of having some of these really complex, really technical rhymes like a lot of other rappers. Like, I don't think that's his style.
Yeah.
But I think he's good at being clever and using charisma to make a line better than maybe what it actually is if you were to read it on paper. Because I mean, half of rapping is delivery and your charisma, and like he has enough delivery and charisma to where he can make an average line really, really good because he just has the energy to make it good. You know, like rapping is more than just having.
That's the music. That's part of the musical presentation.
Yeah, it's
right?
a part
Like,
of it.
It sounds good.
You've seen people who can rap and they got these cool lines. I'm like, all right, but your delivery's weak as hell, man.
Yeah.
I don't believe you when you say that. Like, you're saying
Yeah.
that, but you're not selling me on it. Like, you.
Why
need
did you run it through your AI filter and it's just speaking the verses for you? Like that's the feeling
like
that I
that.
get from it. It's
But-
cold.
Yeah, but I agree. He's not like a top tier. Like, if you compare him to other like all time greats, they're probably all gonna be better lyrically.
Yeah.
But man, in terms of like making good music and production value, that's what really pushes him over the top. A lot of people can rap and can't make good music.
I mean, he obviously is great at making music.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
not
that's a big. I mean, that's
Yeah.
I think he leverages that to elevate him being a good, but not like just next level rapper.
All right, fair enough.
Fair point. So Wes, you're gonna hate all the plosives for today, but we're gonna roll with it.
It's gonna happen.
We gotta keep the mics here.
Okay.
That's how it is.
All right, sounds good. If you talk past it, less plosives.
Talk past it.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Past.
I don't know what these words mean.
We're just making shit up to mess.
No, it's
hate
real. Just don't talk directly into like like an ice cream cone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I was doing.
Oh,
Like
That's
a-
what I was doing.
Like a newscaster. Be the newscaster.
Oh, okay, that's helpful.
There you go.
I'm Brian Gumbel.
Look, I'm about to
Brian
trademark-
Gumbel was the first newscaster you thought of?
I don't know. That's like the most proper person
Yeah.
in news. Like, don't you think so?
I
Like,
don't have any
He's like
clue.
extra proper.
Is he?
Wait,
Brian Gumbel.
I mean, the whole Chappelle Show joke was that he made Brian Gumbel look like. Well, no, I was really going at Wayne Brady, but still, yes,
Wayne
that's what
Brady
people
stands up very straight. He's got such good posture.
Yeah, I don't know how I could sit like this and then also rap a whole Fabulous verse.
I'd love to see you try that.
Talk about putting your enemies in the trunk like curled shrimp.
Putting your enemies in the trunk like
yeah.
curled
You need to adopt a
shrimp.
British accent while you do it.
Oh, that would be no. British people shouldn't rap.
Oh no!
Wow.
Do you have a British accent?
No,
Can you give it a shot? At least.
Gonna come out Irish. He's gonna be like top of the morning.
Is that not what the British say? Is the Irish say top of the morning?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
That's
see
what
how
the
ignorant.
leprechauns say.
Oh, you see how ignorant I am. Oh boy.
British accent.
I'm gonna offend one of our one UK fan.
Yeah. I can't do it on command.
Sorry, King Charles.
All right, I'm gonna just do a Game
gonna
of
lose
Thrones.
King
Can I just do it?
Yeah, that's English.
Who in Game of Thrones had
British.
an English accent?
Yeah.
I mean, all of them.
Some of them, some of them had Irish. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, like Egret.
I don't have a trained
Is that her
ear.
name? Egret had kind of an Irish accent.
I can't.
Or maybe Scottish.
I'm just ignorant of those. I'm sorry. It's not in person.
I can't do accents. Let's see. What would my British accent
Can
be?
you do it?
I want some tea.
That just sounds like you're pleading. I don't know. It's something weird about
the
that.
king will be dead on the morrow. We must prepare arrangements for the procession.
There you go.
Charles,
Procession.
summon the apothecary. It's
What
going
is a
to be a
word?
long
What is
night.
a word they pronounce really differently than us? Like literature.
Bottle.
Bottle.
From Love Actually, you know that scene in Love Actually?
No.
The British dude goes to Milwaukee because he thinks I'm a British
Yeah.
dude. I can get
And he
American
does.
girls. And then they're like, say, how do you say bottle? How do you say bottle? Bottle. And they're like, ha ha ha, ha, oh my God.
I thought you were
We're going
trying to
home
say.
with you.
I thought you were trying to say butthole.
Oh, but it's probably the same. It's like you could make a whole YouTube video on the streets of London going, can you say butthole or bottle?
And it's the same.
Butthole.
Yeah, but I've been on the receiving end of that. All of our accents.
I'm sure.
There's this one. Wait, this is all recording.
Yes.
There's this one.
We're live.
Forget it. There's this one Instagram reel where it's a black dude calling 911, and like, what's your emergency? And he's like, "Is a person breaking in?" Blah blah blah. And like, hey, all right, we're gonna ask you a couple of questions, and then they just ask like leading questions that are clearly meant to hint at what the race of the person is, and the guy on the phone is answering like questions to make them seem white. And then at the very end, the person said, pronounce the word ask. And the dude asked and then immediately hang up. But man, when I tell you, I tried so hard after that, and I was like, oof. This is hard. Like, I can do it, but I have to put way too much brain effort to.
It is a hard word to say, though, right?
Yeah, but some of it's also just like just different accents and dialects just make it really hard, bro. I'll be saying accents that are ass,
me a question.
and it's
Axe is easier to
Ask
say.
is way easier to say than
Yeah.
asks.
Yeah.
Ask.
Yeah.
Or,
You know what?
Oh,
the
did you
other
put
word
the
that
Or
S
is-
on
zinc
the
with New
end?
Orleans people, Wes. You know that one.
Which
Sink
one?
and zinc. Look, you laughing because you know it's true.
No, Earl. Earl is the one that gets me. every
That's the
time.
one that get. Hey, Wes.
I
I'm
need
gonna
an
keep it a
Earl
buck.
change.
What's Earl?
Oil.
What?
And a.
That's
Yeah.
a new
How's
one.
it suddenly
then-
have an R in it?
And
That's
then we had a Burl advisory.
Oh yeah, that's a new one.
What?
People with really strong New
What's
Orleans.
Burl?
Boil.
Brian.
You want to
What is
boil?
it-
You want to
what's
boil
a
your
boil
water? It's
advisory?
Burl.
Like a
Oh.
boil
Oh,
your
that's
water.
also a thing. Like the concept, I just don't even understand.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your water?
That you need
A
to boil it.
advisory. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
but,
happens in America.
Yeah, but really
You
strong.
have to boil your water.
But
I
people
mean,
with really
yeah.
strong New Orleans accents, like, will say, instead of orange, burl, furl, like the aluminum furl.
It
I was like-
unfurls
Because
like
he
a
wasn't
flag.
like,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, if I just
I was
say
like,
these words
feral?
alone, it's not going to help. I need to use them in context.
Yeah.
Like some orange juice,
Yeah.
aluminum furl, an Earl change,
Oh my god.
It's a lot.
a burl advisory.
Yeah.
You remember that sitcom My Name is Earl? His
Yeah.
actual name was Oil?
Maybe.
Dude, depending on who you're talking
Maybe.
to in New Orleans and the strength of their accent, those two words are
Exactly
like
the same?
They're
Oh
gonna
my
sound the
goodness.
same.
The things
Meaning
you
different
learn.
thing, accents, bro. The regional dialects, it's wild. Except for you West Coast people, y'all enunciate everything.
Oh,
it's obnoxious.
I hate the way like some West Coast folks like say the T at the end of a word. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll
Important.
say importance or like pots or toilet.
They
I'm like,
emphasizing every letter in the word. I'm like, you're doing.
I don't
want to
hear that. I don't want to hear that.
You're doing
Wait, how
too
do you say toilet?
Toilet.
Okay.
Turlet.
I left the turtle in the turlet.
You laughing, but like
That's real.
That's real. But Wes, I'm glad Wes is here. Like, and Wes was a teacher, so you probably work with just older teachers who was just like, it could be the.
No, it was the kids.
Kids
did
too.
it.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. That's even funnier.
I mean, like, what do you do in the front of the room and some kid is trying to give you an answer to your question, and you're just like, this MFer is speaking another language. Like, what am I supposed to? How do I lead the class?
This is why you need This is why you literally have culturally competent teachers.
The more you know.
Like it sounds like the joke answer, but like that's literally what it is.
We've arrived at a moral and a political position here, folks. Cultural sensitivity is important.
It's just like, it's just don't be ignorant. That's all. I had core members, like people I work with, who's just nobody had any intentions. Just they literally say, "Oh, I don't know what you're saying." I'm like, "Oh, dog, you just," and it's like, "Oh, I get it." No, bro, he means blah blah blah.
I mean, I had that moment too, right? I had to be like,
what? like I don't mean to be rude. I don't know what you're saying right now.
But do they get frustrated you as their teacher,
No.
and they're like, this guy like is treating me like I'm not speaking any
oh,
English.
no, because then they say it like, like a white person. And then you're like, oh, I got it. Okay, now I know
So
what the
when
rule
they
is.
say it like
the
a
rule's
white
consistent.
person,
The rule's consistent.
do they also just completely change up their speaking voice entirely? Like, do they turn into Dave Chappelle during a white person?
I don't remember.
I think most of the time, at least in my experience, it's just like, it's a difference between kids will actually give you a lot of grace as long as you're authentic.
Yeah.
But if you're someone who's clearly not making an effort and not trying, and they're gonna, like not rock with you, but if you just trying your best, or it's not malicious, kids are like pretty chill about. They're oddly chill and not chill at the same time. Like they'll be super chill about something like that, and then you telling them, "Hey, you can't be on the phone in class," and suddenly you are the worst person to walk the face of this earth.
Yeah, you're the enemy at that point.
Yeah, it's very weird what they give you a ride or runway on, and what they're like, "Nah, B, this is unacceptable."
Yeah, like don't let him sleep in class. Oh,
yeah,
man.
just like B, you don't understand at all why me telling you can't sleep in class is like why
just
like,
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're having this conversation right now. Like, bro, I'm upset that we're having this conversation. I didn't think we needed to. Was I expecting too much?
Apparently expecting too much.
Oh, good stuff.
So
that's it.
That's it. We're done with the podcast.
We're done. That's it.
No, but people don't know.
I'm kidding.
We're actually in person, face to face. I can reach out and touch Savon and touch Brian.
Touch me, brother.
Oh, we're touching each other.
Hey!
Oh my god. Wow.
I'll never wash this hand again.
I feel the electricity in my fingertips right now. What do
Nice.
I do with this?
Well, we made a trip. What is it called when you make a trip?
You went on a trip?
No, like
You
the
make
journey,
a trip like you make a shit? Like what are you talking about?
A pilgrimage.
Oh,
We
we made a pilgrimage.
right?
We made a pilgrimage.
To Detroit to visit Savon.
You might have actually went and used the worst word possible. Like, never mind.
Why is that the worst
Why is
word?
what worst?
A pilgrimage is for like a religious journey or something.
That's exactly what I meant.
We're paying our homage
Yes,
to the guru, Captain Bonnie Jones. Is that what we're trying to say?
It's amazing. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I guess it's actually still someone believes in me.
You brought us into your temple, into your home.
Where there's plenty of burning incense.
There are the little what is that called? Humidifier? No, what's it called?
Definitely not incense.
Oil diffuser.
Oil diffuser.
I have an oil diffuser and a candle.
Hell yeah, there's
lavender
scents.
candle.
Lemon lavender.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a Yankee candle, something Jen would definitely love. Jen loves the
Yeah.
Yankee candles.
What could be like more religious place of worship like than a scented candle? Actually, usually it's unscented. I think in places.
Is it?
This one is scented because this is an elevated place of worship. It is the House of Savon.
Who's brought in unscented candles?
Churches.
Oh,
I don't know.
Catholic church, huh?
I guess so. I guess that's my only frame of
Yeah, I don't
reference.
know.
here.
no, I guess that's like the only.
I don't go to
I think
church.
that might be the only acceptable answer. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they don't need the whole joint smelling like cookies and cream.
But imagine if it did.
I might be up in there.
Yeah,
It
like
might
suddenly.
be like I'm just here for the smells, baby. I'm just here for the vibe.
Are we onto something?
I'm trying to vibe
What's the
out.
scent this week, Pastor? Yo,
Let the bishops know. Scented candles.
Father Williams, what's the scent this week in the sermon? Cookies and cream? All right, bet. Front row, baby.
Lavender tea.
Shoot. Ooh, I need to get some lavender tea.
Sav loves the tea. What flavors you got this morning? What did you brew yourself?
Gentle Earl Grey.
A gentle.
Oh, a gentle Earl Grey.
Yeah, it's gentle Earl
So
Grey.
it's gentle oil gray is what you're saying.
I wish I could grab it, but I could read exactly what's in it. But it's
That wouldn't help us. We don't know anything about tea. It's fine.
You know what?
I think what makes
spices
it gentle
in
is
tea-
that he has weed with it.
Wait, no, it's just still good.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No, but it's good. It's really good.
I just want to say, like, to continue on what we were trying to say,
'Kay.
is that we made this homage.
Right.
Homage? Homage?
I
We
say
made a
homage,
pilgrimage.
but some people say homage.
Anyway, both you and I are here in Detroit.
Enjoying the
Or-
town.
Is
this
it your
weekend.
first time in Detroit?
I've never been.
My second time in Detroit. The last time I was here was nearly 20 years ago.
Damn.
As a youngin'.
Is it way different?
I was a youngin', and mostly I was spending time in Ann Arbor and Dearborn, not
Okay.
really in
Okay.
Detroit itself.
Suburbs.
This is the first time I've ever seen downtown Detroit,
Okay.
for sure.
It's nice.
It's dope,
Yeah.
bro. It's fun.
It's all set up.
It's a lot to
All
do.
the baseball or the sports stadiums are down there. They got the like opera house down there. They got the Fox Theater is down there. It's all like put
It's
together.
a lot to do.
My favorite part are the alleyways.
All the
which
artwork.
are not filled with trash, as one might assume. They're filled with energy, because all these like hangout spots
Yeah.
are in the alleyways. They're like entrances to bars, and it's like outdoor seating, and
We got
like-
lost.
And they're roped off too, so you can like walk around and drink in the
Yeah.
alleyways. It's kind of New Orleans for you.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
New Orleans
all right. So you can just drink outside. All right, freedom, baby. I'll give up the blickies for this.
I don't know what.
Guns.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
I give up the guns for this. Open carry. What about open drink? I'm saying.
We love the open drink. I was telling Brian, it makes things so much like more relaxed. You don't have to like, chug your drink to leave, right? Or waste it and just leave it there. You could just take it with you and go and walk and have a good time in the city. I feel like it makes everything better, not worse, to have open drinking laws.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I didn't know that was a thing that you couldn't drink in public until I was like in my early 20s.
Uh-oh. Did you get in trouble?
Like not in real trouble, but someone told me, "Hey, Savon, put that away. You can't drink that in public." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm
Yeah.
of age, and I bought this beer.
Right.
And it's mine.
Right.
What's the problem?
Drinking is
here?"
not illegal.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah. I was like, why? It's like, Savon, you can't. Look, why here? It's like, no, you just can't drink in public. Like, yes, we can. Like I legit had that real South Park. I thought this was America. moment. I was genuinely like
they're trying to take my rights away.
my brain was actually struggling to comprehend like how is so what do the police just patrol and they just see you with a drink, they're gonna say, hey, put that up? Like what? Like, I don't believe this shit.
And as soon as he
Believe
said
this
that, it was
shit.
like, whoop, whoop.
I don't believe this shit. Man, I'm getting worked about it right now. I'm like, so if I just walk down the street with a beer, so the cops just gonna say some shit? Like, what is this? Whack?
Yes, and that's stupid. I'm with you. It's dumb. Why? You
Blew
bought
my
it. You
mind.
should be able to drink it. You're not hurting anybody.
Blew my
So-
mind.
You're not driving.
So you've lived in New Orleans for
Yes.
a long time, but you also grew up elsewhere and
Right.
have been all over the states. You think this is like a good policy to
I
be
do.
adopted everywhere?
Yes.
Absolutely everywhere.
I don't think there's any harm that we are preventing happening by having this rule. Right? Nobody gets hurt in New Orleans because someone's holding a drink.
I
Walking down the road.
agree, but
Are
I
there
think
more fights though?
No.
No.
so. This is what I think. I think Wes is right on paper. I don't know how well it would work in practice.
Why?
Only because people have been conditioned such a way before that the shock people couldn't handle. The same way I think people in New Orleans are pretty good about being able to hold their drink.
Yeah.
But folks who come to New Orleans who can't handle it because they've never had that kind of like freedom or access go nuts. And it's usually those are the ones who are really drunk, passed out.
But I think
Like-
you would go slower. I think you would have less of the binge drinking and more of just the like day drinking. Like
You think a primary cause of binge drinking is just people needing to rush out of the
No,
bar?
Like,
so,
Brian,
like,
you get what I'm saying,
I gotta
huh?
chuck that.
Like, you
No,
get what I'm
but-
saying, right? Like on paper,
you
yes.
could leave anytime you want.
I guess I just think that'd be a very frustrating
Possible.
adjustment period.
Possible.
Because some people are going to initially think, oh, we could drink in public, cool, and they're going to go dumb.
Oh, they're
It's
gonna
like-
go buck wild.
Yeah, and it's like, hey,
You think
that
so?
doesn't mean
It's like when weed
'Cause the whole
was
point of-
legalized in Colorado. The first couple of years, I think, actually, I have no idea, but I get the sense like a lot of people were going there just for the weed and just like going ham on weed.
It's like a
because it was
slingshot.
novel. Right?
It's like a kid who never had candy who you have candy and they're an adult with their own money now. It's cool in theory, but sometimes in practice, it doesn't mean that it still couldn't work, but it means I think you'd have an adjustment period that's like.
So you got to do a slow rollout. Maybe it's like
maybe it's a rollout everywhere all at once.
Oh.
Right, so then you don't have to. You're not getting
You're
not getting the touristy like.
Because my whole
not
point of
novelty
it,
anymore.
because the whole idea isn't you can drink in public, binge drink in public. It
Right.
means you can drink in public, do as you were before, but
Right.
now know you have this extra little layer
And
of
you can like
flexibility.
walk to the park. You could go to wherever.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're gonna all go out to the public thing and all just get wasted.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Now, people in New Orleans might go out and they'll still go out drinking at the park with all the daiquiris, but people,
Just chilling. It's much more chill.
people are, but
yeah.
there's a culture of responsibility around it because it's been normalized.
Okay.
I guess the problem is that people have to learn the normalization period, and that's the ugly part.
But
Do
they
you
know how to
think-
do this because they already go to bars and they already don't drink too much at the bar.
And some
right?
places have, like you said, we talk about the alley, the designated outdoor area, because there's other places around the
it's
city that have
designated,
that.
right.
So maybe that's
one end of the alley to the other.
so maybe that's the slow rollout of like, you expand it to certain areas.
Okay,
and then,
okay.
only alleyways.
Only alleyways.
Only alleyways.
No, first
open
alleyway, then
containers.
this part of
Stairwells.
town. Maybe I don't know. There's ways you could do it, but I agree. Ultimately, I agree, Wes.
Just not elementary schools.
Do you think let's say we enacted this policy all over the U.S., would culturally America feel more like New Orleans? Would like we all just slow down and like start enjoying life and being like casual with time and just chill out a little bit more, which is the vibe I get when I'm out there.
Nah, because I think some places they probably it wouldn't make a difference. Like if you were somewhere in like just rural middle America. the cops
Like,
are
yeah,
not
we've
much-
been already
the
doing
cop-
this.
Like this doesn't really change anything.
They're already drinking
Yeah.
and hanging
They
about.
have bigger issues going on.
They have cup holders in their tractors.
Yeah, and then I don't know if it changed because also no matter what, younger people just drink less. Like younger generation, even the one younger than me, like they
Yeah,
just-
what's that about, man?
what you mean?
As the representative of the young people, why are they so whack, man? They don't party. Yo,
It's TikTok. They're all on their phones.
they party less, they drink less, they do drugs less, they have sex less. And I'm like, y'all are missing out.
They're
kind
all
of,
connected
right?
on their phones.
I think
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's
I
it?
think that no, I don't think it's
Your
just
social
that.
your social network now is like always available to you.
so.
So it's not like a meetup
Wouldn't
where
that
it's
be
like
a good thing?
no, but it's like now it's a meetup. Like before, it was like, oh, you all got together on Saturday, right? And that was your like one expression. But now you're always talking. So,
So it's kinda
not,
like
it's not
the
like a big.
slingshot
It's not
thing.
like a big deal when you when you hang out together, right? Because you've been hanging out all week online.
Yeah, which is why the three of us right now are not bullshit wasted drunk on the floor.
We're not.
Because we've been communicating.
yeah.
We've been
in contact.
communicating.
But
Also
if we
'cause we're
had-
old.
If we had zero contact, right, like from our devices and stuff,
Yeah.
and just met up, we'd be like, "Who's Savon?"
It'd be a very different dynamic because there's just been less passive, so there's just been less active socialization.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay,
we're,
okay.
we're old. Also,
Yeah, but still, no,
I
get,
can't hang. I definitely
yeah,
cannot.
but it still might be a.
I've got heartburn going on right now.
My
guys.
biggest concern from drinking is not from drinking too much and getting drunk and like not being able to function the next day. My biggest concern from drinking is like getting the shits from beer. I just don't want to deal with that. It hurts my stomach. I'm not going to.
Yeah. You know what my biggest concern with drinking out now? It's also not really getting drunk. 'Cause I'm actually really good about just not really getting hangovers. Also, I drink so rarely now that I think it's hard for me to get a hangover too. But regardless, I think for me, my fear is drinking too little. And then the rest of my day is just kind of cooked. Because even if it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, if I have a drink, cool. But afterwards, I'm just going to get a little drowsy and tired. And then if I'm doing that, chances are it's a Friday. If it's a Friday, I want to be up enjoying my afternoon. I don't want to just have a drink, be drowsy, and fall asleep. To me, that's a waste of an evening. So I'm like,
max
ooh.
min max.
This is
I'm-
old man talk
Yeah,
right
this is
now.
Wes, there we go. That's
Talk.
me, Min Max. I told you one time we had an end of year celebration at the end of a city year graduation. And the whole staff went to a bar, and this is a Friday afternoon, and after that people are gonna be off and taking the rest of the month off, whatever. And we went and everybody's getting shots, drinking, all that. and I am at the bar with all my coworkers with a cup of coffee because my plan was ultimately to like hop on Apex with y'all.
Hell yeah.
And I didn't want to
That was the priority?
I didn't want to be like tipsy or under the influence. I didn't want to dull my senses with alcohol and be tired and just go home and go to sleep. And I was just like, no, I'm good, y'all. I'm going to just drink this coffee. And people were actually upset. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm drinking water too because got to hydrate. But
it's important to hydrate. Be responsible.
yeah, look, like coffee and water, baby, and we cooking. I'm gonna be up late.
Oh my God, you went out with your coworkers and had coffee.
It was great.
That's the moral of the story.
Celebrate!
Look,
Coffee.
no,
All right, Sav. So when are you and Tony getting married?
Wow.
Why would you do this?
My God.
Tony wants to know.
I know we've been
She
making,
texted me.
We've
and
been
said-
making these jokes like the whole time since we arrived at Savon's place. But now you're just like putting it on the air.
Yes.
Like this is a new level.
When are we? Look, January 2025. I need to see a ring.
Oh my.
Why is he
goodness.
doubling down? Brian, help me.
Nah. That's funny.
I hate this. I hate this all.
All right, we're in person. Sav, what have you been like? We're looking at your coffee table. We got like all these coffee table books.
Oh, we're gonna do a tour of your place. That's
All
what's
right.
happening.
What is the thing that you've been into lately?
I see some D&D books here.
Hell yeah!
I see Fire and Blood. George R.R.
Okay, what do we
Martin
got?
I
here.
reread parts of Fire and Blood, but lately this is what's been.
All right, Sav. Wait. Describe it. Sav pulled out this large book. It's probably like 10 by 15 inches,
Oh my
or so.
God. It's a huge coffee
It's
table
huge,
book.
huge coffee table book. And the title, Brian, can you tell us the title?
It says Reference World Atlas in large block letters. Man, you just pulled out a map? This is what you've been reading?
It
a
says
map?
an encyclopedia in an atlas.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me.
This shit
What is it?
so
What are you
dumb.
learning?
Oh my god.
The man
so
drinks
much.
coffee at parties for this.
Oh my
This
god.
is by DK, the publisher that puts out those like visual guides to Star Wars, visual guides to dogs. Like you find them at the library all
These
the time.
people do their homework.
Okay.
Are those your favorite books?
This
Wes?
is the
Why do you even
11th.
know that?
This is the 11th edition. When I was a kid, hell yeah, I would
It was
get
the
those.
biggest book I could find. That's the best part.
That's what it was.
Like I
we
mean,
were at this Airbnb and they just like stocked up on all this like random books. Like clearly they had not been read. They just got them in bulk at a thrift store. And one of them was the complete visual works of Leonardo da Vinci.
That was an awesome book.
It was
by the way.
giant.
That's pretty
It was,
cool. though.
it was an enormous book.
It was
It's
like
the
8
size of
times
this
this.
coffee table.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was
sick.
so
I
huge.
should wish I got a picture of
It was like the fucking like Bible you'd find at a museum where it's like it's like that size.
Maybe we should have taken it.
Should.
They
They're
wouldn't
not
have
gonna
cared.
know.
They
Yeah,
wouldn't-
yeah.
They do not care at all.
People people don't live there.
No, they had the whole thing of CDs in there, but no CD player. DVDs, no DVD player.
It looked like they
It was
had
just
just
decoration.
raided some thrift store
Yeah.
to decorate the Airbnb.
Like they had an old copy of what was it, TurboTax or something?
What?
It was some old version of like
the
from,
CD-ROM of
yeah,
TurboTax?
yeah, from like 1996.
Well,
Okay, we're
this
looking at
book-
the Indian Ocean right now.
So yeah, like so this is. I mean, look at this thing. It's the whole.
That's
effing
beautiful.
world.
It's all these maps and
broken
pictures,
down, super in depth by like
topography.
Okay, so like look, physical Asia.
Okay,
You can see all
physical Asia. What
Yeah.
the fuck does that
the
mean?
The structure of
Not
Asia.
mental Asia.
Yeah, wait,
physical
what?
Asia.
So Asia, in terms of its different just biomes,
Okay.
types of areas. So literally, the physical structure is Asia. 2 regions. The landscape of northern Asia consists of old mountain chains, plateaus, basins, all that. To the south,
He's lost in thought right now.
I'm saying, but
He's
this
reading.
is. But my point is.
How does it-
But look at all this shit, man. You get to see breakdowns of the mountains, how the mountains formed.
It's all geography, no people. So
But
far that
I
we've
know
seen.
what kid you were now. Like, I understand.
What was
why.
it? What was Savon as a kid?
But
He's
wait,
the
but there's
kid that's
political
reading the
Asia too.
encyclopedia.
Oh, and I was an absolute encyclopedia reader as a kid. Brian, I
Goodness.
unironically
He's
when I
like
was a kid.
sitting on the toilet just reading the encyclopedia for 3 hours while his siblings are knocking on the door, like, get off the toilet.
Oh, I used to do that too.
Not on the toilet, but like
I rented the World Book.
I absolutely got in trouble for reading encyclopedias in class because we were working on other
In class?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to read.
The
what we're doing in
class is the encyclopedia.
in the class. Some of that stuff I was like, okay, this ain't really engaging me, but I got this book, this encyclopedia on this. I'm about to read all these joints.
Oh my.
Like,
All right, you're talking like the encyclopedia is the last book of Game of Thrones.
Look.
Yeah.
But look,
Book Z
look,
just
but you
came
asked me
out.
about physical. They have political Asia too. All the
Oh,
different
I see,
countries,
okay.
the different languages, the different actual breakdown of languages beyond country lines, because obviously country lines are artificial and man-made. So like, hey, what's the range of this?
Facts.
Of this range of
I can't believe you just faxed on facts.
because it's
There's
objectively
a book
true.
of facts.
But look, they
Borders,
even have the
facts.
transportation systems, but even the lines. they
You heard
tell
it here first. Open borders.
But
That's
look,
what we need.
even on transportation in Asia, they distinguish in the countries between the roads, railroads, international borders, intersects, ports, airports. You can just see every bit of. I know. Yeah,
That's
I know
not
it's
interesting.
It's interesting to me. Damn
No.
it.
The
The
languages
Asian
are cool.
resources.
Language is cool. Okay, resources are
Standard
cool.
of living, resources, what areas import what, environmental, mineral resources.
That's awesome. I like
who has
that.
what.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, like
And
where do our minerals come from? You could learn from this book.
and then bam, just a bunch of the Turkey and the Caucasus Mountains. A lot of information about them.
The Caucasians.
The Caucasians.
Yeah,
Caucasus.
the Near East, Syria, Jordan, Iraq.
Oh, that's what they're calling it now. Near East. Okay.
Oh, the Near East.
Near East. Not
But
Middle East.
Near to what?
The
What are we
Arabian
talking about?
Peninsula,
Near to Europe.
Iran and
of
the Gulf
course.
states.
Kazakhstan.
A lot of dope stuff. Central Asia, Turkmenistan.
I will say
Afghanistan.
there's plenty of stuff where you're like, oh, what's the meaning of this place, or like where does this come from? How do they support themselves? And you go on Wikipedia, you like look it up, and you like read the entry, whatever. And that's satisfying to some degree. I will say seeing it in book form,
Overwhelming.
book form like just has like a different feel, which you're like,
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, cool.
Countries
I'm
of
getting
the
same
world.
info, but book.
Literally just countries of the world.
Is South Sudan in there? How updated is this?
No, this is very recent. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure South Sudan should be in. I'm pretty sure South
You are
Sudan should be in.
touting a list of just countries of the world. Phenomenal. We have reached new peaks
Here we go.
of
South,
our podcast.
South Sudan.
It's in there.
They even have the formation date, 2011. Yeah, this is relatively
Okay.
recent.
Do they list their holiday of the date they almost beat Team USA basketball?
I don't know if it's that up to date.
Almost.
But
You
I
gotta
bet
wait for the next
but wait for that
edition.
next edition,
12th
baby.
edition.
But even like the small
LeBron to
islands,
sign
even
that.
Micronesia, of just all the miscellaneous islands out in the deep, deep ocean, New Zealand. Come on, man. Like, but I've been enjoying this.
It's a nice
Like,
book.
This
It's
is a
nice
very
It's a nice book.
long
It's a
day.
nice book.
Sit on the couch, lay across this, and just have this book and just learn about the world a little bit. Pick a region, expand my knowledge.
You're a man of simple pleasures.
I'm gonna be on Jeopardy one day.
I
and
watch
I'm gonna
YouTube.
cook.
I watch YouTube.
Are you a
but same
Jeopardy
idea.
guy?
I love Jeopardy.
Oh, I'm bad at Jeopardy.
Jeopardy is by far one of my favorite game show
Can you
activities
take
ever.
Ken Jennings on? Is that his name?
America, get Savon on Jeopardy.
I play Jeopardy with my family all the time. My grandma, my cousin, and I pretty consistently cook. Cause
Just like watching it and then answering the
Because
question.
he reads
all-
the
As it happens.
encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Of course he does well in that
Of course, the
show.
encyclopedia who admits that reading encyclopedias was good at Jeopardy.
How's your
Surprise,
Shakespeare
surprise.
knowledge? Shakespeare shows up all the time on Jeopardy.
I don't know. It depends on what you're asking me.
Okay. We're also looking
That's
at
him saying it's decent.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. We're looking at his Hulu account.
Well, it's not
and
my account anymore. It's the
his-
new one I just made. So
Oh,
let's be clear.
okay.
This
So this is
algorithm
not
doesn't-
based on your because the first 4 things that showed up were My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z Super, another Dragon Ball Z show, and then King of the Hill. But that you're saying that's not you.
No, that's not me. That's just stuff
It
that's
feels like
trending.
it kind of knew you.
I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They're just
Are you
profiling
sure?
me because I'm a male in his age range.
Oh yeah, you did put in your birthday, but then they gave you the Kardashians, which I know you wouldn't watch that ever.
Also, it said trending today.
Yeah.
Well, he is.
And he
dating
loves
someone.
Abbott Elementary.
Yeah,
Is Tony into the Kardashians?
I don't
Does it
think
know?
so.
No, okay.
Keeper.
Bleach. There you go.
I'm not gonna watch Bleach. She's watching Snowfall. I'll start watching that eventually.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard that's good.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm just kind of like I've had enough of.
Sav's place is awesome. I gotta say, he's got dual monitors. He's got the whole like battleship setup going on, wireless keyboard,
I'm trying, man.
gaming PC,
He's got the Dragon Ball.
a little couch.
Yes, that too.
Hopefully, Savon's mom's not listening to this.
Definitely not. Should be all right.
We got the couch.
If I said I was drinking,
Meredith.
nobody would say anything. If I said I got a bunch of liquor and wine, he's so cultured.
Cultured. Yeah, you're prepared. And we got a view of something out the window. I'm not sure where.
I love that Wes
North
just put his
Detroit.
feet up. Like,
I'm chilling.
Yeah, make yourself comfortable, motherfucker.
There's a comfy ass apartment. Let me tell you.
I mean, I guess it's all relative. I guess for you, you're just chilling, not having a wife and 2 small children running
Oh
around.
no, this would not be big enough for a wife and 2 small kids. But
there's also
don't
no.
gotta-
You
yeah.
didn't step in any random vomit or anything.
Right,
Or like
yeah.
a piece of dog shit.
no, it's not dog shit. But we got like food on the floor.
Oh, from the kid.
Yeah,
for
Eliza
sure.
throws food on the floor all the.
You'll discover
Why?
it a year later.
Why does
Go
she do
have to
this?
put her out. Have to put her in the backyard for that. Like, hey,
Oh
look, we're
my
gonna
God.
put you. You can come back inside once you've learned the error of your ways.
Yeah, like no thinking whatsoever. Just takes and goes, boom, right on
Does
the
she
floor.
laugh when she does it?
No, she just doesn't want it on her fucking plate or on her tray, so she just gets rid of it, and that's how she gets rid of it. I think
Maybe we should all take a lesson from that. That's how we
I
should
like
live
how
life.
Eliza
Like,
gets
so-
down.
it's not for
Sometimes-
me. I'm not even
Out
gonna
of
do
sight,
it.
out of mind.
Yeah, sometimes she tries to give it to the dog, so I think that's part of it. But
Oh, is
I
she
think,
the weakest link?
Yeah, but I think most of it is just she's just trying to get rid of it. She doesn't want it on her plate. She doesn't want it on her tray. So
Have you thought about improving the food so that she?
Oh,
Wow.
oh, man,
good,
man,
goodness,
he turned it on you.
bro. I gotta leave now.
I'm just asking.
That was insulting.
Yeah, no, I'm
Like,
not. No,
I
she
can't
might
cook
just be. She might be picky.
Good food.
No, I mean, you might make great food. She might just be picky. You might just have a daughter.
There's
who's
no
just
improving this food. It's top notch.
Though you said enhance the.
Yeah, he said
quality
improve
of-
it.
Improve it.
It's
I think
delicious.
that is sort of suggesting that there's plenty of room for improvement.
No room for improvement. I've been telling Brian that I have no self-control, which you already know, and I'll sometimes eat like 2 or 3 helpings of it, even though I was full after one. So it's delicious.
Don't you got a family? Don't they got
He eats all the food before the kids get to the table.
That's cute when I do it because it's just me and I'm just doing it to myself. But when you do it, you just sound
Taking
like a
the
bad-
food out of
you
my
just
kids' mouths, is that what you're
sound-
saying?
you just
I
sound
can't help
like-
myself.
you just-
Give me that.
You just sound like a bad parent. That boy said, he got his 2 young daughters, and he said, I know I ain't got no self-control, so I just be eating 2, 3 helpings of dinner. What the hell your children
I love
eat?
pasta. it's so good. Yeah, addicted.
I can just see Kaya, Daddy, I want some. I was slapping.
Go make your own.
Wait, did y'all see that's like the thing with John, the family got bit with John Goodman's eating all the Thanksgiving food? And his
No.
family's all emaciated and they're like, they just say, can we have something when I'm done? There won't be any. There's never any. One of them reaches for a cheese. He pokes it with a fork.
Plenty of food. There's plenty of food to go around.
Wes got to assert himself as big dog.
I make
Also-
like 12 servings worth.
Where do you
so.
put it though, man?
That's
you're
all
a
here.
Small guy.
Ugh. I told you, I'm like, I gotta lose like 20 pounds. It's not gonna happen, but
But
that's what I would like.
I don't think it's very visible.
It is like
I don't think it's very visible.
here. I feel like.
Oh, it's starting to get in you.
yeah, it's in my chin,
Oh.
my neck. You know, like I'm not a fan.
Maybe you noticed
Man.
it, but I
Yeah.
feel like the average person would be like,
It's slow, right? I think that's true too. Slow,
Well, half the battle's
Slow.
diet, right? So just,
but that's the problem. I got no self control.
Well, Wes, I don't know what to tell you, Pim.
Ah,
I don't mean to be
worst.
that guy and be like skill issue, but like
It is a skill issue.
Like, hey,
I know.
Pim.
Brian was like, "Don't eat that." I was like, "You're right."
yeah.
like
I think you gotta train. You gotta like take on like an Elden Ring kind of mentality to this thing. Take on the challenge, man.
'Kay.
Take on the challenge.
All right.
I'm
You'll
cutting
work
back.
at it. You'll get good.
Get good.
Yeah.
Get good at discipline.
Sometimes you got
Self-control.
to cut back a little bit. Like I know I like my treats. I'm trying to not buy the sodas,
Yeah, I don't buy
but
sodas.
I still got me some yogurt raisins because they're good. Yeah, I got me a little ice cream because I deserve a little sweet.
Yeah,
treat.
yeah. You can do it sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm definitely trying to cut back on all.
But
how
if you have
often.
no self control, a little bit of ice cream is just like it's gone in 3 days.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
Wes,
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
part-
Which
so
I was,
I gotta like not have it in the house. That's
which
the
I was
problem.
telling you, like I don't buy cookies at the
I can't.
grocery store because
Yeah.
if it's in the cupboard, like
It's gone.
It's gone
Yeah.
when I come home 2 days later. not because I ate it. But,
Someone you live with.
I think I might have a vermin problem in my apartment or something, like, because those cookies are gone. But
Anna
we were
just-
and
is
talking
Anna
about
And they
this.
magically throw the package
Anna
away
just
in the
inhaling
trash.
those cookies.
Actually, no.
Oh no, you lose them out.
Usually the package is on the counter for me to discard.
Brutal.
We all have our roles at home, okay? Some of us bring home the bacon, other of us clean the packaging that the bacon
You
was
live with a
in.
rich middle schooler. What is happening here?
Oh, that's great.
You gotta play your position, man.
Everybody's got a role. You're
We
right.
were talking about this the other day about how, like, even it, like you were saying, like Jen buys ice cream, but will
It'll
eat
last
it over
for
the
a
course.
year or two.
Yes, which is incredible. That is incredible self-control. Either she's got a ton of self-control, or that's bad ice cream. Like, and I'm sure it's not.
No, it's good ice cream. Yeah.
Jen has good taste. Clearly.
She loves. Oh well, thank you, sir.
There you go.
Hey,
There you go.
Hey.
It's up to you.
Woo!
Finally, I get a compliment on this podcast. Fuck.
Don't get used to it.
You don't do yourself any favors.
In person, Wesley is different. I like in person Wesley. I can look at him.
Right. We can do more social cues. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like that.
But yeah. So she does a great job at self-control, right? You're
Excellent.
saying, like, her approach to ice cream is like, I don't know, like a tasting bite. Like,
She does
once
like
every
beer
3
flights,
months.
like a beer flight. Just okay, that sip is all I needed. I've
That's
gotten
it.
the
And it
experience.
satisfies her, and she's done, and she moves on.
She just needs to taste it, and she's
And
good.
she won't have another bite of ice cream for probably another month and a half.
So
That's
master
wild.
level self-control is in your house already.
Already
Like,
there.
It's the prime example, the exemplar, if you will, sleeps next to you at night.
Right. And in some ways, Kaya has more self-control. That girl could, like, sit there and focus on, like, tying her shoes, which she can't do yet. Tying her shoes.
Wait, what?
She tried.
That means she's just staring indefinitely for all time
Hey, why you
at
threw that girl
untied
under the-
shoes.
Why
She's
you
just-
threw her out like- how you
She's
threw
like
her-
trying to get her
She
shoes.
doesn't know how to do it, but she's focusing.
She's trying.
I thought Wes was so disappointed.
No, it's
And
great.
He outed her so hard on
She's
that.
trying to expand her horizon
Yeah, but
and
you
her
really
skills.
said when she's trying her shoes, just and then sidebar where she can't do.
But that's important. She's trying something she can't do, and she'll just continue to try it, and like try and figure it out. It's good.
It just felt
It's
like
persistence.
It just felt like if I was Kaya, I wouldn't appreciate
No?
that information being
Okay.
disclosed.
She will sit there and focus.
It's like when Savon's
She's
trying to
gonna
learn.
discover
It's like
this
when Savon's
episode.
trying to help with the editing. He can't do it yet, but he's trying, and I appreciate the concentration. I'm like, cool, but damn, what
You know,
I did.
you say the same things to me about video games. So, like, I know you prefer the Nintendo stuff, but yeah, like if you can't hang with the Sony stuff, that's cool.
Yeah, that tracks. I was like, yeah, I probably definitely did that intentionally, unintentionally.
So what am I supposed to do with this extra?
I mean, you just have to observe how Jen goes about her life, and
It's
then,
not external though; it's internal.
I mean,
I feel like you.
a lot of it can be external, though, right? Like the external bit can be internalized, just by like.
That sounded deep.
I'm gonna need you to just
Just not
try
letting
harder. Have
yourself
you
do
tried
it.
just trying harder? Like,
I-
I don't know what other way to tell you to do this. Except like, have you tried just exerting more effort? I'm like,
I haven't. This is true.
Like,
but I don't
have
know
you
if effort is
tried
the thing.
not having the thing in a like? For me, to Brian's point, if I got cookies in here,
That's
some
the strategy
Oreos,
that works for
I'm
me.
gonna inhale them joints.
Yeah.
So I just don't buy them at all. I was at the store yesterday and I was like, ooh, I saw some Oreos and I said, ooh, don't do it, and I didn't. Do I
Yeah.
regret it right now? A little bit, but it was the right call.
But you're also proud of yourself at the same time.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
that, but that's what it looks like,
There
man.
you go.
Discipline. Right now, President Savon is hating the hell out of past Savon. I'm like, man, you really did me dirty, you SOB.
Right?
And here we are.
But even like future Savon is gonna look back on today's Savon and be like, "Oh, but you were short-sighted
yes,
yesterday's
all right.
Savon. I'm pleased with what you did.
Gotta trust. Gotta
You
trust
got, you
the.
got through it.
Gotta
the
trust the
long
system.
game. This was right.
Gotta trust the long game.
The problem is that present Wesley always wins.
What?
Always. Present Wesley always wins.
There's
Yeah.
only present Wesley.
This
Is
is just
that why?
Yep, this is just ultimate skill issue, dog.
It's-
Have you
it's a
considered
thing.
getting your family to shame you? For some,
working
That can
on
be
it.
an important tactic.
It could be.
people
Yeah,
say
maybe you need more punishment.
Maybe.
Look,
That's what
I've
they say.
seen
Punishment
that
works.
this thing I saw on the internet. Normalize this, normalize that. How about some of y'all feel some shame? And maybe this is just a case. I'm not saying shame is a great motivator. For some people, it's not.
works.
But maybe just let Jen know, hey, Jen, if I'm out here being, blah, 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 can you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
but
you ring the shame bell?
Can you
that's
come
not
at
fair.
me?
That's not fair to her. She's not my mom, right?
She's not, but that's marriage.
Yeah.
Right, dog?
Hey,
you gotta tell her,
if she
hey, I
wants
need
you
your help.
around, if she wants you around in the long run, she's also got to invest in your health.
Yep, y'all a team.
Yeah.
Y'all a partnership.
No, we've talked about it.
Even
We'll
if one of
figure
y'all
it
is
out.
masters and one of y'all is gold, even if one's y'all both diamond or whatever your ranks are.
Carry me to platinum, please.
And even if they gotta carry, you still gotta do your part to support the team. Like, look, I got the ammo for you. I got heals. I got bats, shields. What you need? Oh, look, I pinged this. You need this? Yeah, you need this.
Oh, I'd be looking at your armor. Get your armor up, bro.
hey, you need extra napkins. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Savon is elite at keeping track of all of the information in the game, even the information that he has to go to a second screen to find. While we're in the middle
While
of the
you're
fight.
playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be like, oh, we got 15 people left. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, I haven't checked the, person counter. And then immediately after, he'll be like, Wes, your health is not all the way there.
But all that information is on the HUD, right?
It's on everybody.
Not all of it.
It's not?
The people is, and, your level of shields is, but your inventory is not. You have to go to a second screen to find the inventory, which takes you away from the gameplay. So he's checking it constantly while he's playing and keeping track of who's got what inventory on our team.
And he's tracking not just himself, but the entire
Correct.
team.
I cannot do that.
Wow.
I have
You can
no
look
idea.
at some of your teammates' stuff of their basic shields, how far they are from upgrading
Yeah.
shields.
I have no idea.
So
what-
you're trying to alert your teammates. You're like, oh, man, you're low on this thing in your inventory. You better.
My mentality is our loot. We're as strong as the weakest link, and everyone needs to be looted. If Wes doesn't have optimal loot, he can't contribute as much. So I need to. That's my responsibility too. If me telling Wes the thing gets him a thing that he needs, and that helps us win, then all right, then that's.
Yeah, but the fact that you can do it is the amazing part. I agree with you. I would love to be able to help the team figure out what they need or make use of what we have. Because sometimes you have an item that like a jump balloon that can get you out of a place.
Right.
And Savon is always the one who's like, oh, we got a jump balloon. Yes, let's take it. It's not his jump balloon. He can't see it on his HUD that he has. He has to check
There are times where I'm
But
telling
he just
people.
understands.
There are times where I'm
everything
telling
going on.
people
Yeah.
what they have, and they don't see what they have. There was
Right.
definitely a time where
I'll be like, oh yeah, I do have a jump balloon. Let's get out of here.
there was definitely, I actually had a pubs game the other day where the dude had a gold knockdown. I was like, hey, you have a gold knockdown? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, you do. And he's like, oh, you do? I'm like, trust me, but I guess that's just the encyclopedia kid in me.
It's quick. You're able to see a lot of things at once.
I know
I have tunnel vision.
My weird dream scenario is that y'all watch Avatar. Remember the dude in Avatar Airbender who chose to stay in that library when they was sinking down in the sand?
Oh, wow.
Remember
No,
that?
I don't remember that.
Season
What
2,
happened?
I think.
You remember them talking about those?
Yeah,
They went to the
vaguely,
library.
vaguely.
There was a library in the desert. They went to find information. That's when
Yeah.
they found out about the Black Sun eclipse plan. They found that out. They had the owl in the library with the sand. I think that's when Appa got taken.
Yes. And,
But point
and
is,
goes ballistic.
there was an archaeologist who was there with him in the library who chose to stay behind because he was like, "Yo, man, there's so much knowledge here. I could just spend reading this." I get it. I'm not saying that's even what I would do, but that was one of those. I get it, bro. There's a part of me that's like, yeah, if you could just put me in some giant library with all the world's knowledge and
Yeah, I'm
and
good.
just let me go to work. I'm
This is the way to go.
I'm like, oof.
Maybe you need to be a librarian. That would be kind of cool.
If it paid well, I wouldn't be against it, bro.
Does it?
But it's Savon's ability to process all this information in real time while other things are going on. Remember we were talking about information overload,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Paying attention to what's important.
Yeah.
So I have the opposite ability, which is I'm hyper focused on what's exactly in front of me, T-Rex style, right? I got the four
Present
facing
Wesley.
eyes. Yeah.
There we go.
And so all I know is what's in front of me, what is the next thing I'm looking for, and where are the bad people in front of me. That's all I can concentrate on. All the other things that Savon tells me, I'm like, oh, I had no idea that was happening. Zero awareness of what those things are.
I've had to do some just mental adjustments of Savon, you need to chill the F out. Otherwise, you're gonna like be getting unreasonably frustrated over something that's supposed to be fun with your friends. I'm just like, why isn't everybody reading all this information right here in front of us on the screen?
It's all available. It's available to you right now.
Yeah.
It's in the manual.
Why are you not using it? And we're like, because we can't process that information while we're doing.
Dude, I'm getting shot at right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't look.
And in my heart, I know that that's not reasonable, and I probably am guilty of like being on the receiving end of that too, if not. But in the moment, but you know what? I think I've just been burned in my life too often about people not reading stuff. And this is just like, sorry y'all, it's nothing personal. This is just the unfortunate manifestation of this childhood trauma.
Brian, you should
Wow.
watch him and me play Overwatch together because I don't play it that often, and so I have to like read everything about what's on the screen.
You don't even be trying, bro.
And like
Out loud?
Wes
no, but I have
Wes
to like.
don't even be trying.
I have to take a lot of time to recognize like what is the thing, and I don't know what the icons mean. So I'm like, what is this?
Wes don't even deduce the. Wes could see a character with a bow who shoot arrows, and it could be a symbol of an arrow that's on fire, and he gonna ask, "What is this?"
But it's
symbol
like an
mean?
abstract. It's an abstract
Probably
arrow.
means you're gonna shoot an
It's an
effing
abstract
flaming
arrow.
We experienced this yesterday. We played this board game that I had to like teach to Wes and our other friend. And Wes, like, you know, I'm just like going over the general rules, and like Wes is like, wait a minute, so you're saying that if I draw a card from this pile, then that goes into my hand, but like at what time am I allowed to like, dude, it's a game. It's a game. You'll get it. You like the information will become clear when it's necessary.
I still think it's a valid question.
But,
I don't want to make a mistake.
Wes is like pouring over like all the infinite possibilities in the game. And
I was like,
asking,
so
what about
can you give me
this?
an example of when
Sometimes
you
the
don't have to
mistake
play?
is the mistake in the moment is the learning.
That's the teacher. That is the teacher.
Oh, do I play the card right now? No, Wes. Now you play it. That's you learning in the flow of the game.
And what was interesting too was like Wes is like tunnel vision. He was looking to find the tunnel vision in the board game, but he couldn't do it yet until he understood all the different variables of how every little
That's
piece of the
absolutely
game
how I think.
worked. And it was really messing with him. He was like, you guys totally understand this, but I don't get it yet. And I don't know if I ever will.
I could tell I didn't get it as well as they got it. That's what I could tell. I could tell like I'm missing something about the play here, and you know what the priorities are.
You are just the weirdest smart person I've ever met.
I think you were like inundated with the information.
It's a lot.
And couldn't find the through line.
Well, and then we talked about it and debriefed it, and it was exact like they were thinking about it the same way I was thinking about it, but clearly they did it better. That's all.
But we also agreed at the end of last night's game that you could have won had certain things just like a one card here, one card there.
But it was like
Yeah.
the Lakers could have won the championship last year if everybody didn't get injured and all the other teams got injured. It was kind of
give
like
yourself
that.
more credit for that.
It was kind of like that.
It wasn't sorry like that.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, that's borderline delusional. That's
That's
just
how
straight
I felt. I felt like I
delusional.
was far away, but maybe.
No.
Well, if
There was a
if
pathway.
they understood it, maybe trust them, and
Yeah,
maybe
there
I
was a
don't know. Are these
pathway.
the friends who will pull punches to make you feel better?
No,
I feel like
no.
Brian isn't.
No.
I feel like Brian
Sure
is
not.
not.
Well, only
a-
so that I would feel good about it to play another game, so he could beat me again. Maybe.
in the short term.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, friends. Should we call it there, guys? This was our
Was that the meeting? That was our first
in person.
Hell yeah.
The first time I've ever, I mean, not just like in-person podcast, first time we've ever met Savon in person.
Like
You and I
literally-
in person
Yeah.
happens.
Well, like 30 minutes ago, this is when we met Savon.
Yes. This is a document of a moment in history.
Savon is taller
Truly.
than I thought he would be.
Yeah. Like when he said that he was tall, we didn't know that he was 8 foot.
I'm not 8
He did not.
3.
He failed to mention that part.
I mean, he's 7'3" at least.
I'm not. Stop that. I'm right. I'm not. Y'all gonna stop talking.
He
like
hit his head on the door coming in. That's
I
how
did
tall-
never
not.
mentioned that his middle name is Wembanyama.
Oh my lord! I need help, y'all. These two are just lying.
Well, let me ask you something. Are we shorter than you thought we'd be?
I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that
I
question.
came up to Savon's necklace when I gave him a hug. That's how tall.
I poked in the eye by his necklace.
And it's a low-hanging necklace, friends.
Sorry, I got look.
It's a belly chain.
It's a choking hazard for people nearby. No, what am I supposed to say to that?
Nothing.
Savon's apartment does feel exactly how I thought it would, though.
What does
Savon.
that mean?
It feels very Savon. Like,
What does that mean?
Like, you got your kitchen set up, but like the paintings.
I have a kitchen set up.
The paintings on the walls are like from his paint and sip days.
Are they?
Yes and no.
I would say the psychedelic forest one, paint and sip day.
That was from a work day
The
one.
splatter art one, I could see that just being you made some.
It's like it's clear what's important to Savon when you walk in his apartment. It's not like the decoration, the artwork.
God damn.
Right?
Oh.
It's like
Ouch!
ouch. The important thing
Twist
to Savon,
that knife.
No,
A coworker painted
what's,
this for me.
What's important to
Tony
Savon
did this one.
based on when we walked in? It's like his entertainment setup, his diffuser. It's
it's
his
the
entertainment.
dual curve screen.
Right,
for
dual curve
the
screen.
Tower computer.
They're like
for the gaming
perfectly.
computer.
They're perfectly arranged next to each other. Right, like those are and like his coffee table setup. He obviously put time to put this together.
Yes.
Like those are the things that are important.
with important books.
And if I know
Like the World
Savon,
Atlas.
those are the important things to you. Like your knowledge gaining, your entertainment setup. Those are going to be the most important things.
Yeah.
Are those awards on your shelf?
You have awards?
What are those statuettes with the wings?
These are
Tell us.
some of my
They are awards.
Wow.
What? Yeah.
You won the
These-
chip.
No, these are just some. I don't have most of my.
Read the
old-
title. Read the title. What does it say?
Louisiana NFL District, not National Football League.
I was about
the
to say.
National Forensics League. Forensics is.
Oh
reference to
my
speech and debate.
goodness.
This is the old debate trophy I have
Speech
from
and
high
debate trophies.
Nice.
Wow.
Wait, they call it forensics? That's the
Yeah,
title?
yeah, forensic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I always think of forensics like crime scene.
Oh, that would be wild if they had that in high school.
school. No. So I have,
Is that a New Orleans thing?
no.
The crime got so bad, the police department was like, let's
We're
outsource.
outsourcing it to the kids.
No.
They live on these streets.
New Orleans
But
is in America.
those are
friend.
from a state tournament that I did very well at.
Hell yeah.
And so they have some sentimental
You were a
value.
speech guy or a debate guy or both?
Both.
Wow.
I didn't do the acting. I didn't do any of the acting events, but
What
like
acting?
so another element of speech and debate would be
Monologuing.
like monologues that people might perform,
Oh.
like pieces from a play.
Did you have this at your school? We didn't
Yes.
have this at my school.
There's no speech team at your school?
I don't know. I think we had a speech and debate club, but I don't think there was like a
Oh, they
like
didn't
an actual
compete
team
or anything.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because a lot of tournaments will have the debate events, the speech events, and then there's like the performance events,
'Kay.
which are more so people performing like monologues from a movie, a book, a play. There's duo and duet, where I guess it was the same duo, where it's two people who do a piece together, and so they like it's a collaboration where they both perform it together. But that one's kind of leaning more into the theater art side of it, rather than the like.
Yeah, that
research
doesn't feel
debate.
like speech and debate to me. So that's
That's
interesting.
more of
That's
the-
cool.
Yeah, a lot of speech and debate, the speech part informs that. 'Cause that's speech, but it's performance as well. Tied
What was
in.
your go-to speech?
I didn't do events where you recited speeches. I did events where I wrote my own speeches.
Oh, damn. Okay,
So, like-
that's way harder.
yeah, I would
Is
do.
it?
I would do
Well, you got to write it. Yeah.
So I would do something called
Extemporaneous.
extemporaneous,
Yeah.
where you pull from a topic from
Out
a
of a
list
hat.
of potential political
Oh my
topics.
god!
And
You just
then
have to make it up.
No.
On
and
the
then
spot.
your team would have your own like files and resources that you would use to hopefully find additional information.
So how much
Yes,
prep
but
time
on
would
the
you
spot.
have? Yeah, how
This
much
is
prep time would you
improvised.
have?
30 minutes.
yeah.
So you have 30 minutes.
Exactly.
So your topic might be
Exactly.
about something in Pakistan.
Holy cow!
You have 30 minutes to then and keep in mind you're not allowed to use the internet, so you have to use your own sourced files.
What? So you
So
just bring the encyclopedia with you?
So a lot of times a big part of the debate was you just building up a cache of online articles, magazine clips, just things that are about global events, because you might have a speech down the line where that's a source.
Oh
and
my
you can
goodness.
reference that source in your speech, and that's something you're also judged
So
on.
is that like institutional? Like your school could pass that down to the next year and the next year?
Yeah, but that's also where like the size of your debate program really starts to make a difference.
Right.
Because if you're just a smaller school and you're like the strongest person on your team who has limited capacity as a high schooler to put all that together, compared to some of the big Texas,
Right,
Florida,
right.
Texas,
I
Florida,
see.
They got
California
resources.
teams.
They have history, archives.
their teams might literally be 60, 50 people deep. That's just nothing. They have an actual like a truck, sometimes an actual like a wagon. Like they'll have like a wagon because they have so many people. But
That's a waste of time.
No, but not because it's helpful. But my point is that the size of your program really, you're almost getting into like D1, D2.
I'm saying it's
size
a waste.
matters. Size matters.
And for that event, in terms of reason, like I had like people who I was cool with other schools who sometimes let me use some of their research stuff because I was cool with them.
Don't answer
and
that
it's
question.
just like it's just a lot of but also some of it's just you being knowledgeable too.
Of course.
But
Of course, you had the encyclopedia training.
Yeah,
it helped.
That's
effective. It didn't hurt.
You found like the one activity at school where that came.
He could have done MUN, Model UN.
Okay,
that would have come in handy too. So
we did Student Congress, which was very similar. That was his own event, Student Congress.
We had a Model MUN team at my high school. I didn't know anything about it.
UN's kind of.
Any trophies from high school, Wes?
On me?
Yes.
On this vacation?
Yes, Wes, on you, with you right now. He has a medal he pulls
open
out.
Up the bag.
I always keep it with me. Jen said take it off, but I said no.
No, I have no high school awards that I'm aware of at home. I think probably the only actual award I have is my diploma from college. That's probably it.
Well earned.
Yeah.
And he wears that around his neck.
There's what? I had one other.
Flavor
I don't know
Flav.
where it's at. I think it's up, packed away somewhere still. But it was from a national tournament where I got like 7th out of like 400 something people. But that was for improv.
Goddamn, nice job.
I think the only award I got in high school was not in my actual high school, but it happened during high school time. Was getting the Hustle Award at a random basketball.
Oh hell yeah, nice.
And which.
I got the English award. Wait, I got an English award.
No,
Savon is making faces. That's not the MVP award.
No.
That's not the most improved player award.
No. Hustle award.
That's you ran the suicides really hard. Bravo, buddy. Mind you, I did not play on my high school team either.
That's them trying to reward hustle, not skills. Like, hey man, not everybody gonna be super skilled, but we still want to try and respect the hustle. But
it's growth mindset.
But Barbara, when you read between the lines.
Yes.
Yeah, that's brutal.
As a 13-year-old boy, however, I was like, "Yeah, I did it, Mom.
It's still good. It's still good."
Did your people hype you up, or did your people be like, "Yo, man, get that weak shit out of here"?
Well, considering that I have never seen that award presented anywhere in my household again, we know the answer.
Wait, they don't put it up nowhere?
I don't know where it is. I never saw it.
Do your sisters
I think my mom put it away into a box.
Wait, do your sisters have awards?
No, I'm the most accomplished one.
You got 3 older sisters, and
I don't
you
know
got
what
the
awards
one
they have.
trophy
I don't
between.
think they have trophies. I don't know if they have trophies. I don't know where they are because I stay in my lane.
Maybe they weren't competitive, like they weren't in competing type of things to earn trophies.
Because I don't want to say that
They did
all
some
of Brian's
scores.
siblings, nobody got no trophies. I don't want to say that because I don't want to try and see what it is. Like, I'm not saying y'all losers, but also if they have trophies and you don't, I'm like, you kind of take an L no matter what. It's just, do you want to take your siblings down with you? Do you want to be the lone L or be like the L clan?
The family L.
It's a rare family L.
I'm like, damn, not one
It's
trophy.
in the genes.
Like, damn, not one trophy.
It's one of the chromosomes.
My sister is definitely the more accomplished. She got her gold
Wes
award.
is too self-aware.
Really? No way.
She got her gold award for Girl Scouts. Like that's like the Eagle Scout award.
And no shade on you, Alexis. I'm just saying.
More
maybe that is shade.
She got her
on
master's.
She
got her
You have
master's?
teacher certification.
I do
That's
have teacher
essentially a master's.
We'll see. In December, I might get nationally board certified, which is pretty good. We'll see. Well, it takes a while to find out.
You have to ask your parents how this changes the rankings.
Yeah. How does that affect my family ELO score?
It sounds like you're doing ranked against your sister. Well, I don't know. I got this coming around. This is worth a good amount of points.
Yeah.
And I think from there,
What's the weighting on this?
Alexis, I don't know if she's gonna get that promotion. If she doesn't get it, I think I could pass her up by like start of 2020.
Oh no, she just got a promotion too.
Oh,
God.
So does that mean you'll give me a boost in the allowance?
So Wes and them
And
just got
she's
low
looking to
stakes
buy.
succession.
She's looking to buy a house. So now she's gonna have a house. I can't even be like, oh, we got a house, and she doesn't. You know, like.
But
that's-
hey, 2 grandkids, that's got to be...
Oh, that's plus points.
That's good points, yeah.
And they seem to be doing healthily and well, so that's also, you know, we're doing good there.
But right now they kids. You don't really know what you got till they older.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, man.
That could cost you.
What?
That could be
That
a
could- I don't-
liability later.
It's not even
High
an if though.
Yeah.
It's just like what are they going to talk about in therapy? It's not if they're going to have to go. to
Yeah,
therapy.
but like there's levels to this stuff, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like if your child just gonna be, okay, my dad was kind of blah, 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 but otherwise we a good family and they doing a
Let's hope.
success.
Crossing our fingers.
Like
out.
put it like this: me and my siblings and my cousin, my grandmother, children, we all grandchildren, we all cooking. We're doing great. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, we got some good stock going on. Like no, all right, we're all right. This is
Shout out to your parents and your aunts and uncles then for
yeah. I'm
handling
just like,
their
all right, y'all.
business.
Look, we're not perfect, but
You gotta
we're
keep
not
up with the Joneses.
we're not
But,
perfect, but we ain't raising no losers over here. Like, look, we doing something.
That's right.
And we all got, we got our various trophies. You know what I'm saying?
What the...
My brother got his basketball
Come on,
trophies.
come
Look,
on, man.
All I'm saying, look, my
Come
brother
on,
got his
man.
basketball trophies. I got my debate. I think he won state one year. I got my debate trophies. My cousin Kidney got
These
her
are from
orchestra-
13 years ago, Savon. You can't rest on your 13-year-old laurels forever.
Why not? The Boston Celtics. Why not?
It's on his shelf,
the
man.
Boston
He
Celtics
is.
do it.
He is.
The 08 Celtics do it.
Hang those extemporaneous speech awards
You
from
a
the
champ?
rafters.
If I was looking for you, a champ. You a champ
We
forever,
don't,
baby.
We don't hide division, or we don't hang division banners, though. You know.
Damn. You know, like anytime. So, like, it's funny with the Knicks, right? Because they've only won 2 championships ever, and that's more than 50 years
That's
ago.
it? Just 2?
Just 2. More than 50 years ago
was
since
more
it
than
happened.
50 years
Storied
ago.
franchise.
Anytime something decent happens, every time on social media you'll see a meme of like a
Hanging a
Photoshop
banner.
Hang a banner up. Tips finally played Emmanuel quickly as a starter.
Because you haven't been able to hang any banners recently. Ah, that's sad. Do you hang division banners? Or
They're
conference?
division banners
Division
up.
and conference?
And conference. We
Well-
got a few of those. We got
Yeah.
a few of those.
Well,
Lakers don't. Clippers don't.
Well, I'm a Pelicans and Pistons fan, so it's rough in these parts.
Oh my goodness.
It's rough, man.
I can't believe you said Pistons. You've added that to your list.
I was a
fandom.
Pistons. So funny enough, I was a Pistons fan when I was a kid.
Oh well, those are the championship.
Yeah,
Pistons.
yeah,
They
but,
were-
but when I was a kid, Ben Wallace.
everybody's a fan of that.
Ben Wallace was on the
No.
cover of
Oh,
like.
right.
What?
It's one of those maps
West-
like
whole rest of
Pistons
the world.
all over except California. Yeah, okay. We
Oh,
get
that
it.
was
No.
glorious.
I forgot.
Nah, funny enough, Ben Wallace was like on the cover of like 2K1, 2K2, one of the really OG 2Ks. And when I was a kid, I was never like good at basketball.
I love Ben
offense.
Wallace, though. I'll
Yeah,
give
me
him
too.
that. All right.
I could never dribble or shoot though, so I would just commit to defense. And Ben Wallace, like when I was a kid, I had the afro, and that's because Ben Wallace had that.
So you were the St. Og Ben Wallace.
Did you have the headband also?
Oh, when I was hooping in like my neighborhood, absolutely. Hey, man, afro, what?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
had the
You're not
afro.
gonna
I used to
swag
pick-
out here?
I
Come
used to
on.
pick my hair out and used to be locked in on defense. Boy, I used to be. Well, I was different.
Hell
My
yeah.
brother was
And
a
you were probably
hooper.
tall for your age.
No,
so.
I was not. I did not.
You weren't tall for your
what?
age.
I didn't get tall till high school.
Oh,
I
okay.
was smaller of all my friends.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was.
You're like
tiny.
Anthony Davis then, late
It
growth
hit
spurt?
me. Yeah, I got hit like a ton of bricks. A very painful period of time.
Really? Like physically painful?
One, I was tripping over myself. I used to wear. I stopped wearing Chuck Taylors because they started looking like clown shoes.
You're,
Oh,
you're
man.
like Tom Hanks and Big.
Boy,
Like,
it was-
suddenly. Oh,
Nah, it
New
was-
Orleans has a big, like kids, like 10 years ago, big obsession with like shoe size, feet size. Like big
What?
feet was like a diss. If you had big feet, like that was no good in high
What?
school. Yeah.
They wait. They would call people big feet.
Yeah,
Like,
big feet ass.
I was
What?
called Bigfoot before.
what?
I didn't know that was a more widespread thing.
Long
but,
foot
like,
ass,
I was
big foot
definitely,
ass,
I was
yeah.
definitely clown for large feet. But also, you'll get clown for anything. you
Yeah,
can have
yeah,
a
that's
perfect
true.
life, money, your parents
Yeah,
love
but
you.
that's- I didn't understand that
Your parents are
But, like,
together.
That one doesn't make sense because it's like, oh, they're taller, they got longer feet or whatever, and it's
it
like
doesn't
that's
matter.
a good thing.
No,
No,
it's
yeah,
just- it's
exactly.
just-
Because like the classic or easy comeback to that is just like, you know what they say about people with big feet. Like, that's it. Done. Mic drop. I'm
The
out.
point is, when it's high school, middle school, it's not about logic. It's about getting the crowd to all agree and point and laugh. And if you could do that, then hey man, you cooking. You job is done.
But that was unique, I felt like, to New Orleans. And like that
I
didn't
wouldn't
happen
be
in LA.
surprised.
It doesn't happen in
Yeah,
Austin.
people say
But my principal at Carver, he said that's less of a thing now. The kids don't do that as much.
Yeah, generation shifting.
They got
they
got
the
different
kids are
priorities.
getting old.
Yeah.
But at least y'all got something that at least to be proud of in the past, man. Pistons are awful right now, and then my Pelicans.
Pistons are terrible.
Yeah, and the Pelicans is just like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm out on Zion.
Yeah, we were
Trade
talking
him?
about that yesterday, right? Has he reached his potential?
I think he can be better, but I think the real issue,
He's not going to be elite, you think?
Well, the issue is Zion, even before, was just the problem is that his weaknesses before, my thought was, okay, he can improve on them, but he barely gets to play. And when, I remember an interview with Blake Griffin talked about the real thing about getting hurt that sucks is that you're rehabbing so much you don't have time to actually work on your game because you're rehabbing, so you don't get to actually do your skill development because your priorities are just very different, right?
True.
And I feel like Zion was never a great defender. He's not a great rebounder. He's not a rim protector. Okay,
He can't rebound?
Not really.
Wow, that's surprising. He's so fast twitch. You think he'd be a good rebounder?
Yeah,
He's big.
you would think he's
Yeah.
not good.
Is it an effort problem?
I don't know. I think he's like, I feel like all his athleticism he uses on offense, but he doesn't know how to leverage it on defense. But he's not a good defender. You can't really do Zion after 5, so he's one. And he can't really shoot. My point is, I guess I feel like in the modern game, man, stars that you need to build specific teams around start to kind of like
It gets real hard.
It get like the best dudes in the league aren't just the best because they're good. They're the best because you could put anybody around them and they're gonna succeed. Like you could put anybody around
Like Shea, yeah.
Embiid, Tatum, Shea, Jokic. Like most dudes, you could put most kind of players around them. It's like, all right, we can make this work. Giannis, maybe you need a little bit of shooting, but he can at least handle the ball and play defense where he can do that. But, like, Zion can't even really carry you on defense. Like, remember how we were talking in the chat about how, New Orleans, he's a center. But we need, like, such a specific type of center because they got to cover what Zion can't do.
Yeah.
You need a center who can protect the rim because Zion can't, who can rebound because he's not a good rebounder.
Lakers fans are having the same conversation around LeBron needing help on defense and AD needing help with shooting, right? It's hard.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this magical player, there's only like a couple of them in the league, and most of them are locked up or old. Brooke Lopez is old and might not even be that anymore. We've been trying to get Miles Turner for years. His name's been floating around. I'm like,
same with Lakers.
The pace.
He did great on the Lakers.
Is he even that guy anymore?
Who?
Miles Turner.
I think so. For what we
he doesn't have to be that
for
good.
his role,
He just be a
absolutely.
role player that can defend the
fair.
rim and shoot threes.
But that archetype is so rare in the league that it's like if your best player needs such a very hard to find player to get the most out of him, I'm like, yo, man, that's a weakness.
Yeah,
like that's a problem. It's almost like, and and I say this as I'm a Ben Simmons truther, But that's Ben Simmons' biggest issue. The talent is there, but it's like, yo, you need such specific.
I don't know if it is
play-
anymore.
Not anymore. I'm talking about in his prime. In his prime, he was still an all-star, all-NBA level player. Let's be clear.
Let's not forget about
Let's not forget he was all-NBA. But his biggest issue, even in his prime, was like, yo, he's great, but you need very specific players around him. And in the modern NBA, like you need versatility. Like that's not a winning formula as much. You need flexibility. You need people who could do everything.
Well, let's not turn into the NBA podcast. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like there are other people
this
doing
is
that.
bonus content.
Yeah, we could do this
This is
all
for our
day.
Patreon. You can find it there.
Look, we're gonna have to just do our rewatchables. We just sit and watch '90s series, and I get to really hate on '90s basketball with real video evidence.
But we got to use the John Tesh NBA round ball music. We got to bring it back.
I'm fine with the music as long as I get to hate on the old eras.
All right, Savon, where should we go for lunch? We're going for lunch.
I don't know.
Where we going?
I don't know shit. You're asking me right now. That's Labor Day.
Yes.
Shit closed.
People are closed on Labor Day for lunch?
Some places, I don't know. Let's figure it out. I gotta Google what's open.
We'll see. We'll see.
We got to Google it. We got a person who's lived here for 2 years, and we have to Google it.
Places are
Yeah,
closed
you're
on Labor
supposed to
Day.
be the living encyclopedia.
Yeah.
man.
Places are closed on Labor
Okay,
Day.
if it wasn't closed, where would you take us? Where are we going?
Ooh, there's this dumpling spot.
Oh, that sounds good.
There's
Okay.
a place that sells these
Detroit
delicious
dumplings.
There's this dumpling joint at this like
Little D and
bar restaurant kind of like pop up joint called the Detroit Shipping Company.
Oh, that's a cool name. I like that.
Yeah, but
Let's
they
go
have-
check it out and see if they're open.
Yeah, they have a bunch of like outdoor area seating. It's really it's a vibe.
If
would
you're in
enjoy it.
Detroit, come check us out. We're going right now to the Detroit Shipping Company.
Hell yeah.
Because this is a live podcast.
Yep.
Our live stream.
Shout out to all the listeners. Kendall. That's it.
Alexis.
There's
Yeah,
others.
Alexis.
Katie.
Funky Fungus. Tim Fung.
Hey.
Katie.
Yeah.
And
That's it?
yeah, Olivia, maybe?
Oh,
You
yeah.
listening?
I think she listens. Based on our feedback.
Word.
All right. Friends. I don't know if Albert listens. Albert, if you're listening, shout out to you. You're here in spirit with us.
Thanks, friends.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Friends, we're out of here. We didn't do hello, gentlemen, at the beginning.
Oh, they'll be all right.
You
bad.
could use it as your ending.
Okay. See you later, gentlemen.
And gentle women. Gentle people.
Bye-bye.